Welcome everyone to another spray paint video. If you haven't been to this channel before, please take a second and hit the subscribe button and ring that bell so you get notifications of when we release a new video. This one is going to be a forest with a galaxy background and a waterfall coming down the front. I really like these style of paintings. There's no stencils involved whatsoever. Everything's done with either a fan brush or pieces of paper to make the waterfall effect. So please sit back, relax and enjoy. Thank you. Alright, so let's get going with this one. We're going to start with the sky and do some of the shock blue as a base layer. Do you know what I found the other day? I was clearing out my garage, clear a spray paint, and I found this huge big pile of cash! And it was loads! I couldn't believe it was there. So this is the last spray paint video I'm ever going to do. I'm loaded now. I'm only joking. I'm not doing this for money. We're doing this for enjoyment. But do you know what I did actually find? The very first spray painting that I ever bought. And it was from a guy who was painting in Ibiza, San Antonio Bay, June 2003. And it's in a bit of a state, it's all cracked because it was sitting rolled up for about 10 years or so now. I decided that in one of my next videos, I'm going to recreate that painting. And I'm going to do it, it's maybe slightly different to the original one, but almost the same. But if you were that guy, and you were spray painting in Ibiza, San Antonio Bay, June 2003, on the Esplanade near the beach, and you happen to see this video, get in touch with me. I want to, if you recognise your painting, you'll see it in probably the next 1, 2 or 3 videos that I do. I'm going to do it. Get in touch, we'll do something together. Maybe you're into spray painting still, maybe you're not, maybe you hit the jackpot, you were selling a lot at the time I saw you. So maybe you're not in it at all, maybe you're sitting back on the beach doing nothing now. But if you happen to see this video, or if anyone watching this knows the guy I'm talking about, comment below and tell me if you've been to Ibiza even recently and there's still someone spray painting there, and he might recognise this painting. So we're going to recreate that in a video. I'm quite excited about it because it's one that I'd completely forgotten I had, still had, and it's the painting that got me into spray paint art. But what got you into spray paint art? Just leave a comment below, let me know how you got started. Let's get back to this. I'm spraying in the yellow now for the nebula in the sky. Alright, so what I'm doing here is I realise that my nozzle in this can was clogged. Just replace it with a new Montana spray can nozzle. I've always got a stock of these sitting on standby to declog all the time. And sometimes you can clean them, sometimes you can't, but what I normally do is I just replace them. And here we go, there's a new one. And we'll see the difference that makes. Nice, that's better. So I was reading through some of the comments on my Instagram post the other day. I see a lot of them are, people saying that spray paint art isn't real art. And it's not art to them and all that kind of stuff. And that's fine, if that's your opinion, that's fine. But I don't see why it isn't really, in my opinion. People say you can perform it on the street in such a short space of time, anyone can do it, therefore it's not real art. Well, anyone can do any type of art if they practice it enough. I mean, spray paint artists are still creating something from nothing. They're still using techniques that other types of art use, with brushes and fan brushes and so on. And, to me, you're still creating a piece of art at the end of the day. So I think it is real art. But comment below, let me know what you think. There seems to be a lot of debate about it, and you get people doing caricatures and whatnot in the street, and that's classed as art. So I don't see why this is any different. I'm still going to do it. I don't mind what people's opinion are. I like doing it. It's something I enjoy. So I'm still going to do it. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Comment below. We'll spark a little bit of debate. Alright, so now it's time to paint in a mountain for the background here. I'm just going to use some paint on a regular sized square headed brush. I'm just going to paint this one in. No stencils, just paint it freehand. So just decide where you want the peak of the mountain to be. Right up the top, then come down the other side, and we can add in some more details as we're going. Alright, so we're not going to paint the whole thing with the brush. I'm going to blend the bottom half of the mountain in, just using the black spray paint from the can. And this will just give it a nice effect to blend into the background, so we can give it a misting effect. Then the mountain will really appear as if it's sitting in the distance. Now these parts here, this is me spray painting in the foreground. This will be the ground that our trees come from. Alright, so now we're ready to paint in the trees, and for these trees I'm going to use a fan brush. And what I normally do is I start with putting in the stalks or the stems of the trees, where I want them to go, what height and how many. And I'll do all that first, and then we'll start painting in the branches and the leaves. So just straight lines here, just straight down, just dabbing it in with the fan brush. And remember, trees don't always point straight up, so make them go left, make them go right, make them sit at an angle. Alright, so to start the branches of the trees, we'll use the tip of the fan brush, and we'll start at the top of each tree, and we'll just start dabbing in very lightly the suggestion of branches and leaves. And as we move down the tree, use more and more of the fan brush to get them wider, and you want to get them wider and thicker as you get closer to the bottom of the tree. Alright, so now we're going to add in some mountains underneath these trees, just some rockery type effects. So I'm going to undercoat it with a aqua coloured blue, one of the ones I showed you at the start, the malachite light. Then I'm going to put some shock blue on top and cover it with black, and we're going to use some scrunched up magazine paper to roll over the top of it and get some nice mountain effects. Alright, so now it's time to paint in the waterfall, and to do this we're going to tear off a piece of gloss paper. Use one of the edges that are torn so it's not perfectly straight. I'm just going to dip it into some white paint, like that. Just wipe off the excess before you touch your painting with it. And we're going to just drag it from the top right hand corner and swipe it down at an angle to start with, and then go straight, and that will give you a waterfall effect. Watch. There we are, right? Do it again. And you can keep doing this until you get the size and shape that you want. And I usually add in a few wee bits and pieces here and there just to make it more interesting. And that is a very, very easy way to do a waterfall. You can do huge waterfalls like this as well. You just get a bigger piece of paper and drag it down more. But in this painting I just wanted a small one just to sit in the centre. And I'm also going to use this piece of paper to put in some highlights into the water, into the lake in front of it as well. And then we'll spray some mist over the waterfall just to blend it in a bit better. Alright, so nearly finished with this one. I'm just going to add in a couple of wee shooting stars in the top left hand corner there, and to do this just spray some white paint on a piece of paper, grab your palette knife, dip the end of it into the white paint just as I'm doing there, and then just swipe up like this, and you get wee shooting stars. There we go. You can do bigger shooting stars with a folded piece of paper and spray into it, but for this painting I just like to have the smaller ones in the sky, just to give it a little twinkle. And with that last layer of clear coat, this painting is done. You'll probably notice that it's quite similar in the background to one that I've painted before in a portrait format. You can check out the video for that. If you do want to buy any paintings, you want to ask me to paint anything for you specifically, one at your request, go to my Etsy store, the link's in the description below. You can have a look at the paintings I've got for sale that I paint regularly, ones with my own design, or we can do a custom request. Just drop me a note, drop me a comment below, or send me a message as well. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell, to be releasing new videos every week. Well, I hope you enjoyed that one. If you did, please drop me a like, drop me a thumbs up, and leave a comment below of what you'd like to see me paint next. So until next time, this is SprayArtGuy signing out.